Hello and welcome to another speed paint. Today's going to be a bit of a different kind of video. I'm doing a meet the artist drawing, and I think that's pretty straightforward. It's just a drawing of myself with my interests surrounding me and some basic information about me and my likes and dislikes. I've been really excited over this video ever since I first mentioned that I wanted to make this video, but my voiceover was like 10 minutes longer than the video itself, so I had to cut out so much and I was getting so frustrated with it, so I just decided to scrap the entire thing and start all over again. Just, you know, skip over a lot of things and do it more rushed, because I guess I rambled a lot because I had like 20 or 30 minutes worth of me rambling, and it was too much of a pain to go through. So this is my second or third try at recording a voiceover. I'm also recording this at night and I don't want to wake my entire family, so I apologize if I sound like kinda dead. I have to be a little quiet, so I'm sorry. I've made a meet the artist drawing every year for the past 3 years, so here they are. 2018, 2019, and 2020. So I have technically already made a meet the artist drawing for 2020, but I wanted to make another one because, well, I wanted to make a YouTube video out of it, and I feel like I've finally developed an art style for digital art, and I decided to draw myself a little differently because I try to draw myself in more of a like shy and reserved pose because I am very shy and reserved, so I wanted my character to come off as that, but I wanted to show a different side of myself this time, so this is me just like chilling at home. And I wanted to wear different clothes this time as well, so this is my like chill summer outfit, and I'm just like playing Animal Crossing or something. This time I wanted to incorporate my interests or hobbies into the drawing somehow, so I have little floating books, Copic markers, pizza slices, and music notes around me. Yeah, for obvious reasons. I like reading, I love using my Copic markers, pizza's my favorite food, and I really love music. And I'll just quickly go through all the basic information about me. My name is Caitlin Davis, but I also go by Kate a lot. I was born on March 9th, 2003, which means that I'm 17 years old, and I'm a Pisces. I'm 5'2", or 158 centimeters, you know, meaning that I'm the average height of a 13-year-old girl, but let's not talk about that. My personality type is INFJ, which is the rarest personality type in the world, with just 1 to 3% of the population having this personality type, and yes, I am going to brag about this every chance I get. My mom's Norwegian and my dad is American, so I'm half and half. I was born in the US, but we moved to Norway when I was 7 years old, and I've been living here ever since, so I guess that's kind of interesting, maybe. I'm really sorry if I'm talking too fast. I'm so scared that I'll just like run out of time, and I'm trying to put all this into one video. And when I get really excited or really nervous, I stutter, and I stutter even more when I'm talking fast, so I'm sorry if there's like a lot of stuttering. I can't edit all of it out because it sounds really awful because you can hear that it's been edited out sometimes, so I'm gonna have to leave the majority of it. I hope it doesn't bother you. My likes and dislikes, you can just, you know, see that on the screen, so I won't bother going into that because I have a limited amount of time, sadly. So now I'd like to talk a little bit about my personality, since the majority of you have never had a conversation with me and don't know much about what I'm like outside of my art accounts. This is just my own view of myself, so other people probably perceive me differently, but you know, whatever. This is my own personal opinion, and I'll be talking about both the good and the bad. I'm just gonna start with the bad, so that the last thing you guys remember is the good. Also, I wouldn't say that any of these traits are necessarily bad or good. I mean, that all depends on your own view on it, but at least to me, this is, you know, what I think. My biggest negative aspect of my personality, I'd say, would be my shyness. I'm really shy and awkward, and on top of that, I'm just generally quiet and reserved and a bit of a loner. So yeah, I'm not exactly the most talkative person, and talking can be really difficult to me. Socializing is something that I've always struggled with, and I don't know, I'm just a really anxious and nervous person as well, so like being put on the spot, like, oh, scares the hell out of me. I'm also indecisive as hell. I'm the kind of person who spends like 30 minutes trying to choose which ice cream flavor I want, and that is based off of a true story that has actually happened to me. So yeah, I'm not very good at making decisions. And then I'm also like really insecure. I have no self-esteem. I'm not very confident at all. So you know, that kind of sucks, but yeah, I'm working on it. It's okay, I'll get better. And then I can be really sarcastic and stubborn, but I wouldn't say that that's like the biggest issue I have. The best aspect of my personality, in my opinion, is that at least I think that I'm very understanding and empathetic. I'm really good at putting myself in other people's situations and like really understanding how they think and feel and why they think and feel that. On top of that, I'm also a very intuitive person. I have a theory that this ability also stems from me being really introverted and quiet, because I tend to watch everything from the sidelines rather than being a part of it. So I pick up on everything that everyone does, and that helps me to understand exactly what they're thinking and feeling. And you tend to miss these kind of things when you're in the situation, but when you watch it from the outside, you tend to be very perceptive and pick up on important but easy to miss things, such as subtle expressions, or body language, or the tone of their voice, and so on. So yeah, I'm also a very intuitive person, and I completely trust my intuition because it saved me many times, and it's always right. So, you know, it's really easy for me to pick up on people's vibes and their true intentions, so I usually know which people not to get involved with. Another thing is that I'd say that I'm a pretty ambitious person, and, you know, I dream big, but rather than, you know, just hoping and dreaming, I'd say that I'm pretty good at translating those dreams into actions and, you know, actually chasing and hopefully one day achieving those dreams. So in that case, I see myself also as pretty hardworking, because I actually, you know, do my best at achieving those dreams. But sometimes the hardworking aspect can also be seen as negative because sometimes I just put too much pressure on myself. I just push myself too hard and keep thinking like I should be doing better. But I think most of the time, me being hardworking is a good thing. I think this one is pretty obvious, but you know, I'm an artistic person. I appreciate all art, you know, not just drawing, and I express myself best through art, and you know, I'm most at peace when I'm being artistic, so that's a quality that I really cherish. And lastly, I'd call myself a deep thinker. Like, I don't really know how to describe this, but I like to like go beyond the surface sort of and understand like the deeper meaning of things, and like small talk, for instance, is like really not my thing. I want to talk about all the deep stuff, like the meaning of life, or memories that changed your life, or your biggest dreams and fears and what caused them, and so on. So yeah, I'm sorry I kind of had to rush through this. It kind of breaks my heart to hear this new voiceover, because my first one was like, you could really hear that it came from the heart, if that makes any sense. Like, I don't know, it sounded so personal. It sounded like I was so into it. And now I just kind of sound like a robot because I've said everything before. It's not as genuine, you know? It feels kind of forced. Plus, I'm like talking weirdly and way too quiet, so I'm sorry. I actually have a little bit of time left, so I'd like to tell you guys a story. On my list of dislikes, I've written moose, and there is a funny story behind that one. I had a nightmare once that there was like tons of moose surrounding my house, and one of them started climbing up this tree right outside my window. And I mean, moose aren't supposed to climb trees. That's just unnatural. So ever since, I really don't like moose. I've also written gore on my list of dislikes, and that's a bit of a funny one as well, because I really can't stand, like, organs. Anything inside the body should stay inside the body. I don't want to hear anything about it. It's just, that fear has just, like, doubled up since 9th grade, because we had to watch a documentary about giving birth at some point, and I legit fainted in class, and the school nurse had to carry me out in front of everyone. So, but thank you for watching this video anyway. I hope it was still enjoyable. I'll see you guys next Wednesday.